Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Wrecker, and this is from director Art Camacho, and from writers Nico Foster, and a few others, and Nico Foster stars in this as Tony, who's a dishonorably discharged ex-Marine gone mechanic after Tony's reckless brother Bobby makes some bad decisions that piss off a prominent crime boss. Tony is pulled into this world unexpectedly with dire consequences. And this film certainly looks like this was made for barely any money, and unfortunately it really shows. From even like the opening scene, you can tell this is not made with much money. I will have to preface, the theater that I was in had horrible sound mixing, and all the music was like scaled down so much. You could hear all like the noises of like feet on ground or stuff like that really loud. It was an odd experience. So I don't know how the sound mixing actually is, but everything else technically is a hot mess. Any kind of special effects look so fake. The editing of this is so mind-numbing and hurts your eyes and makes so many of these scenes feel so clunky and just uncomfortable to look at. And there's also editing in terms of like slicing scenes and shots together that knock off all the timing. It feels so ill-conceived. And just like the direction of cinematography, the camera work is so clunky, and it just looks so uninviting to watch this film. And the action is so clunky, and there's only fleeting moments where it feels like it's really like showing you something interesting. And our protagonist, Tony, is like big muscles, little legs, and just swings wrenches at people. And when there is gunfire, it looks absolutely horrible. The story-wise, this is absolutely ridiculous because there's so many horrible cliches of crime thrillers that this film really leans into. And then there's some really messed up moments that happen in this film, and then the film tries to like undercut some of them and be like, surprise, at like the very end, and they feel so ill-conceived. And there's just so much that this film is expecting you to buy into, but doesn't really do enough job of fleshing those elements out to make you want to buy into them or feel any kind of connection. And outside of like Tony's dynamic with his daughters, there's like a lot of clunky, very flat kind of human connections. And this film just turns absolutely bonkers ridiculous. Like, the titular Wrecker is this wild armored car. This film goes from being so ill-conceived to absolutely ridiculous, over the top, to the point where it's like, it's silly to watch. And then the performances, you have Nico Foster, who plays Tony, who just has a deep voice and is pretty flat and isn't able to show a whole lot of range of emotion, especially when this film calls for like horrible things happen to his family and he should be showing some deeper emotion. Harvey Keitel's the big like gangster in this movie, and he's fine enough. Tyrese Gibson's this cop who's on the case, and he's flat and has like no presence. Danny Trejo inexplicably pops up in this and is some kind of tech genius, the guy in the chair, and is just like, I don't buy this for a minute. Mina Savari is Cheryl, this, waitress at the diner that Tony goes to, and they're supposed to have a relationship. It's just, so many of these performances feel so flat and awkward, and the dialogue is so clunky and ridiculous that none of these actors sound natural saying it. And by the end of this movie, you're just perplexed by the whole entire experience. There's fleeting moments of heart that might get you a little bit and might invest you a little bit, and you might have some fun with the more over-the-top elements. But this is a crime thriller that just misses the mark quite a bit. But those are my thoughts on The Wrecker. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.